As the climate warms, how much and how quickly will Earth's glaciers melt?
If we don't work now to stop climate change, we will continue to see devastating effects. But who are we to blame?
Glaciers are melting.
Glaciers have been shaping our world for millions of years. But as climate change warms the planet, glaciers are disappearing, not only altering the landscapes they leave behind, but changing our oceans, weather, and life on Earth as we know it.
People in Iceland held a ceremony on Sunday to grieve the loss of a glacier. The OK Glacier, as it's nicknamed, has lost so much ice that scientists say it's also lost the characteristics to call it a glacier. Iceland's Prime Minister Katrín Jakobsdóttir warns the OK Glacier won't be the last to be lost to climate change.
If the predictions of the scientists, if we see them happening, we will see other glaciers disappear in the next decades and centuries.
Icelandic officials say if climate change continues, all of the island's glaciers will be lost in 200 years.
Meanwhile, NASA has tracked the change from space since the first satellite in 1972. This is the satellite photo back then. And this is what it looks like now. This rapid and big change can only be attributed to one factor, that is, climate change.
Earth's average temperature has been increasing dramatically for more than a century. Glaciers can act as indicators of global warming and climate change in several ways. Melting ice sheets contribute to rising sea levels. As ice sheets in Antarctica and Greenland melt, they raise sea levels, adding fresh water to the ocean every day. The loss of glacial ice also reduces the amount of fresh water available for plants and animals on land. Large additions of fresh water change the ocean ecosystem as well as ocean currents. Additionally, less salt in the ocean could disturb the Gulf Stream, drastically changing the weather on land as well. Since glaciers are so sensitive to climate change, the increased speed of glacier melt is an early warning system for the rest of the planet. And if global warming goes unchecked, many, if not all alpine glaciers could disappear completely.
The melting of glaciers has brought several reactions from the netizens. Take a look at this poem. Too late, a change of heart. Fires burn, glaciers melt. Our earth despairs, for it sees its own demise. Mother Nature cries, "You're killing my only child. I plead to those that remain. Help me now to sustain my dominion." Summer this year is hitting Greenland hard with record-setting heat and melting ice. By the end of the summer, more than 400 billion metric tons of ice will have melted or broken off the Greenland's huge ice sheet. That melt will produce enough water to cover the nation of Greece about 35 centimeters deep. Among the most affected places is Helheim, one of Greenland's fastest growing glaciers. It sits on the southern edge of the island. It has shrunk 10 kilometers since scientists first measured it in 2005. Ocean scientist David Holland calls Greenland the end of the planet.